Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VGU Talks. I'm Don the Expert of Calls from VideoGamesUncovered.com, and let's talk games as Gamescom is here. And man, am I hyped. And in this installment, I will be talking about Sony's conference and talking about the best bits from Sony. Now, I won't be talking about everything that happened in their conference. I will be missing out some things that I personally wasn't interested in. So if you were interested in it, let me know in the comment section below, because it'd be great to see what you liked or disliked from their conference this year at Gamescom. So, I've got a huge wall of notes. Let's go over them. First off, I was really interested in the Order 1886 trailer that they showed off. Very nice. It has something to do with Nikola Tesla, which is really badass, and he created those badass weapons. It's just looking cool. I know people still have their doubts, and by all means I still have my doubts as well, but it looks pretty darn awesome. I'm 50-50 on the pre-order at the moment, but who knows. It still has time to win me over before February 20th next year when it releases to guarantee my pre-order. So win me, Order. Win me! The next game that did win me, Little Big Planet 3. Ooh, I'm loving Little Big Planet 3. Sackboy's back with a brand new family of friends, and the game is looking fantastic. In the trailer that they showed off, it showed off a little bit more of what you're going to be able to create. Create heroes, create worlds, create games. It looks really cool. They're expanding all the creations from the first and second games, and in case you didn't remember from E3, Little Big Planet 3 will allow you to play all the created levels for 1, 2, and 3. Millions of levels there, tons of content. I'm hyped. End of. Bloodborne gameplay. Now, if you know me, and even if you had a look at the analysis videos I've done so far on Bloodborne, you know I am pretty darn hyped. I love the Souls series, whether it be Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2. Heck, I'm even starting a Dark Souls stream coming very soon. Trailer is on the channel if you want to see it. And Bloodborne, for me, the PS4 exclusive, looks insane. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be probably doing another video going over the trailer in more depth. But let's just say this, those weapons, pretty friggin' nuts. And apparently Bloodborne is out in the next 6 months. Yes! Hyped. End of. So next up we had big news. PS4 sold 10 million units worldwide to consumers. Very happy. Very good to see. Well done, Sony. You've done a great job. And you know what? I'm going to clap for you, because it was very well done. Good news all round for that one. Then after that we had Q Games come out, teaming with Sony Computer Entertainment to bring us the Tomorrow Children. The Tomorrow Children, the trailer they showed off actually looks pretty friggin' nice. It had this really badass Russian-esque feel to it, and it's kind of awesome. Just think of it as creating like your own little civilization and your own like world, and then you fight enemies together, you build together, you wreck things together. It looks very interesting, and I'm looking forward to see what that brings along with it. It looks pretty freaking cool. The next one we saw was a game from Astronaut Games, and this new title from Astronaut makes me think that this is Murdered Soul Suspect 2.0. Now, for my thoughts on Murdered Soul Suspect, I thought it was very It showed promise, but it was I wouldn't recommend it to everyone, but it was okay. It wasn't groundbreaking, but it was okay. This, however, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, looks insane. By the looks of things, it's taking what Murdered Soul Suspect does and expanding it in such a way so that it looks incredibly better. So the entire world of ghosts and people being murdered or killed or being sacrificed by the looks of things in this trailer, it looks pretty friggin' great. Friggin' ghost trains. Big fan of ghost trains, especially from Final Fantasy, if you know. Suplex the train! So, Tomorrow Children, Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Really looking forward to that. They're going to be really good, I hope. Coming up next from the creators of Thomas Was Alone, a fantastic little game. If you haven't played it yet, I suggest you do. It's fantastic. I really like it. A retelling of Robin Hood called Volume. The trailer was pretty badass. I just really liked how it looked. How you have this interesting stealthy gameplay feel around it, so you're able to distract, hide, and create sound to either benefit or de-benefit people around you, and even destroy like bits of cover or bits of the environment so you can either get around easier or just to distract enemies again. That looks really cool, and I'm just really looking forward to that. It looks nice, and it's coming out 2015. Happy face. Then a big one. I wasn't expecting this, quite frankly, because I know H1Z1 is a thing, and it still is, but Bohemia Interactive's Dean Hall came out and basically said DayZ's coming to PS4. Nice. I'm happy with that. But the biggest thing that he said about DayZ for PS4, the PS4 version will also benefit the PC version. I have it on PC currently. If I'm able to just get it on the PS4 because I already have it on PC, that would be nice, but I doubt it. But in the end of the day, if it's going to benefit both, fantastic. I hope there's going to be some kind of cross-play connectivity between platforms using Sony Online Entertainment if need be to try and get that sorted, because that would be great. Because then you'll have PC players meeting up with PlayStation 4 players, combining with one another, creating teams of people that are surviving with one another, backstabbing each other, just going all out in this nice survival environment where everything's added with vehicles and being able to create your own holdouts and strongholds. DayZ on PS4 just looks great. How this is going to affect H1Z1, I have no idea, but DayZ on PS4, really good. Well done, Bohemia Interactive, you deserve it. Destiny, and I know some of you guys out there aren't that hyped about Destiny, but I am, and of course I know Destiny is a multi-platform title, but whilst Microsoft are hyping up some of their multiplats, Sony have their multiplats, and Sony have the Destiny multiplat hype, and I'm on board with that. And it was announced that Destiny is now the most pre-ordered new IP of all time. Pretty insane. Pretty insane. Bungie now hold the record, so well done, Bungie, you guys deserve it. And in the trailer that they showed off the Crucible modes, and I mean all the Crucible modes, and I'll go over them for you now. We have Skirmish, which is kind of like a smaller version of Team Deathmatch. Rumble, which is your all versus all massive deathmatch battle. Salvage, which is the small Team Deathmatch environment, but also now with collectibles, so you're running around, you're collecting these bits while killing enemies and reviving allies. That looks like a very interesting game mode, and I think that's going to be my personal favourite when the game is released. We have Clash, which is the big Team Deathmatch arena battle, and that looks really insane. Combined Arms, which is the big Team Deathmatch with vehicles. We got a chance to witness this in the beta and the alpha, and that was great. So I'm really looking forward to hyping that up again with my friends. We have Control, which is all about capturing certain areas to help you boost your score against the enemy, which is pretty darn stellar. And Iron Banner. Now I'm not sure whether Iron Banner is an actual game mode or whether Iron Banner is just a thing that you can do which enables you to get rewards and gear depending on your stats in the Crucible and your kills, your gameplay, your play styles, and whether all the things you're doing in the Crucible add up to you getting renown in the Iron Banner and getting all these in-game rewards. They'll obviously be used for both PvE and PvP. At least I hope. At least I hope. Game's coming out on 9th of the 9th, 2014. If you haven't got your pre-order yet, you might want to do it. And I've already got my pre-order set. I'm looking forward to it. Big hype before my birthday in September. It's going to be nice. And the other interesting nice thing is that the expansion, The Dark Below, is going to be ready in December. So that's going to be a nice little Christmas present for anyone out there. After that, the next thing that won me over was Far Cry 4 and the Keys to Kyrat, which of course is the area that Far Cry 4 is based in. And by the looks of things, when you get the game on PS4, you're going to be given 10 of these keys to Kyrat. And what these keys will be able to do, you'll be able to give these keys to your friends and they can play with you for 2 hours. And this is reminding you that those friends of yours have the game for 2 hours and they don't even need to own the game in any way, shape or form. Now, the trailer itself said 2 hours. Whether this means the key runs for 2 hours or it's counting game time of 2 hours, meaning that the time only goes down when you're actually playing the game. It's yet to be seen, and I hope that's the case. But 2 hours playing with your friend with co-op and doing your own wild and crazy things, that'd be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to how that works. Maybe you can also unlock these keys in the game by doing specific challenges and things. That would be an extra bonus as well, especially since this seems to be a PlayStation 4 exclusive capability. Well, I just hope this mechanic goes deeper than how it's currently being portrayed, because I would love everyone to get a really good chance to benefit from these keys. And then a big shocker, Hideo Kojima! Yeah, I love Kojima. He's fantastic. I love him. Kojima Productions, Konami. Great to see him. Phantom Pain stuff. And we had cardboard box technology. Oh yeah, because that's the one thing we love about Metal Gear. Cardboard boxes. So now in these cardboard boxes, you'll be able to pop out from the top and be able to shock your opponents and shoot them, then get back down. You'll also be able to use the new Fulton device, which is the thing you're able to do, where you're able to hook up enemies, sheep, vehicles, and just send them off to your base, which is absolutely great. And you can do that from within the box, so that's really cool. As well as that, you can also do emergency slides outside of a box. If an enemy sees that box moving, you can slide out of the side of it and just keep scrumming along until you get to a good position. That's great. And the other interesting thing is that it has picture boxes. So you have these strange boxes where you can fold them out and they reveal an image of either an ally soldier to confuse enemies, or it rolls out a picture of a supermodel, which it's classic Kojima. You can't have a Metal Gear Solid game without supermodels. You can't have that anymore. So you have supermodels, and the supermodels attract enemies, but then you're able to dispose of them or use the auto eject to get out of the way, so they're just enthralled with what's happening at the box. Also saw a little bit of CQC, which I haven't seen yet from Phantom Pain, and that looks really fast-paced and badass. So it's just getting me more hype for Phantom Pain. I love how Kojima was there. Fantastic. Really looking forward to the game. Then we had 7780 Studios, or 7780 Studios, if you want to say it that way, with PT, which is the brand new Silent Hill that Kojima will be working on. Holy crap, does that look great! The teaser is out now on the PlayStation Store. I'm gonna try that bad boy out myself, cause it looks nuts. I'm hoping that this new Silent Hill just brings the series back to where it belongs, on the main stage, because it's a great horror series. And if Resident Evil's gonna make a comeback with a remake, I think Silent Hill deserves a big return as well. I'm hyped for it. I'm looking forward to some more PT, even if that's just the prototype name, or it's just Silent Hill PT. I don't know yet, but I'm still hyped. Put it that way. Now this may not be game related, but it's pretty darn good for you guys that have a PlayStation 4 that are concerned about your software updates. Update 2.0. YouTube uploading using that share button. Yes! Liking it. I'm liking that a lot. That's going to be super handy. And SharePlay, which is by far the biggest thing ever. And this is insane. Invites anyone into any game, even if they don't have it. Mind blown. And with PS Plus members, you can invite them directly in to co-op with you, or into a competitive mode to fight against you, just to add more people into that game that you know. That's pretty hype, and you don't even need to own the game. Now I'm interested to see how this is going to play out, and whether this is going to use a cloud-based system so that you don't have to download the entire game just to play it with your friends. I'm hoping this is a matter of you just drop in, all of a sudden the game's just streaming through your console, allowing you to play it, and then when you stop playing it, that's it. That's it. Like, it just stops streaming the game. Your console just goes back to normal with the games that you have, and unless you're invited again, that's it. It'll be interesting to see how that does play out. That's coming autumn 2014, so I'm going to be super happy about that, and I hope all those features, maybe even a few more, come in really well. Now, another great thing that not many people will be interested in, but I know some people will be, PlayStation Now gets a European release in 2015 and a beta in the UK. I really want to look into this and see how the prices add up for the UK market, because I've seen that some people in the US are very confused or just very sad that the prices for rentals of these games for a certain amount of days, especially the older titles that they're offering via this, just don't seem to add up that well. So I'm hoping it comes across well in Europe. I'm a bit 50-50, but of course the beta's coming out, so when that comes out I'm sure you'll be hearing from me whether I like it or I don't like it or I have my problems, let's put it that way. After PlayStation Now, I was captivated by Michael Denny, who revealed Until Dawn! You decide who will survive. That looks really cool. I'm thinking that this game is going to be incredibly deep. The fact that it's just saying you decide who will survive, this ain't going to be linear. No way is this going to be linear. I'm guessing there's going to be the best ending where everyone lives, the worst ending where everyone dies, and then endings in between where only some people were killed, only other people were killed, only the bad people in the house were murdered, only the good people in the house were murdered. It just seems like an endless possibility of fun. And Until Dawn, I am super psyched over. It's going to be awesome. And speaking of awesome, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I may not be the biggest driving fan, but Drive Club does have me interested. After playing it last year at the PlayStation Summer Showcase in London, which was pretty darn badass, Drive Club did get my attention, and here we showed off more of Drive Club's capabilities. Clubmate benefits, so that you don't have to be in the game with your clubmates, so that all the club benefits such as unlocking new cars will be straight given to you as soon as you load up the game next, which is pretty darn badass, so that your friends can actively play the game and unlock things on your behalf if you're not available. That's pretty freaking sweet. There's going to be an app for Drive Club going to allow you to see what your friends are doing, where they are, being able to see your stats and what's going to be unlocked next or what's next in the unlock tree and all that jazz. That's going to be awesome. And it also demonstrated weather, and the weather in it looks pretty friggin' nice. The game itself just looks incredible, and it's, as I said, I may not be the biggest driving fan, but it is getting my attention. October 8th is the date. I'm hyped, and I'm ready to get in some cars. Let's face it, I want to drive with my club. But out of nowhere, one of my favourite indie developers turned up, and it was Media Molecule. I love you guys. You guys were insane. You're probably not watching this video, but who knows, you could be. Media Molecule appeared, and they revealed Tearaway Unfolded on the PS4. I never got the chance to play Tearaway on the PS Vita, and I was very upset because it looked incredible. But now we get it on PlayStation 4 with new functionality with the PS4 controller, so the light bar does things, the touchpad has full playability on it. The trailer and what they showed off looked incredibly good. I'm hyped for Tearaway Unfolded. That game just looks great, and it's coming in 2015! Yeah! Love it. Next year's going to be hype. Now, after Media Molecule, we had Housemarque showing off Alien Nation. Now, Housemarque are the guys behind Resogun, and Resogun. I love Resogun to bits. Now, Housemarque is another developer where I've had no problems with any of their games whatsoever. They just make really fun, really nice games. And Alien Nation looks really cool. It looks like a really badass twin-stick shooter from how it looked like it plays out. And I'm not too keen on twin-stick shooters half the time, but this one, if it's behind them, it looks pretty darn cool. So I'm willing to give it a try. Alien Nation, you look pretty sick. And the last game that captivated me, the last game that got my attention, and quite frankly, looks really cool. Wild Sheep, with their title, Wild. And Wild looks really beautiful. The world itself looks great, and the game itself, it looks like it's going to be a possible wildlife survival game, so kind of like how DayZ does it, but instead of having a zombie apocalypse where you have to get everything that you find from the lay of the land, it's more along the lines of this massive, green expanse of these big open spaces with wolves and other pieces of wildlife, and you can go hunting, and you can do this, you can do that, you can go underwater, so much exploration, many different kinds of creatures that are both human and mythical, doing it with your friends. There might be a bit of competitive theme around it maybe, not too sure, but wild looks just that, wild. I want to see more of you, and I want to play you. Oh man, was Sony's conference awesome! So ladies and gentlemen, those are my thoughts on the best parts of Sony's conference from Gamescom. Now of course, as I said at the beginning of the video, I may not have brought everything up because maybe not everything captivated me. But this is where I want to know what you think about Sony's conference at Gamescom. What were you captivated by? What are you interested in? Or were you just not satisfied? Let me know your thoughts on the conference in the comment section below. I thought it was pretty freaking sick, and I'm looking forward to see what else Sony has coming out, even involving Project Morpheus, which hopefully one of these days I might be able to get my hands on. Maybe, just maybe. But until next time folks, this is VGU Talks, and I'll be seeing you on the other side.